Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Happy Wednesday to you, everybody. I hope you are doing well and continuing to stay cool as we are now in day 3 of this excessive heat in our area. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, maybe not, I don't know. I've always thought this was pretty interesting. Learn something new every day, right? You know, as a meteorologist and a weather geek myself, I'm always learning new things from my fellow colleagues and even just Googling stuff, because a lot of times you have to do your own homework. And the heat advisory, you know, you probably got the alert on your phone today saying, hey, there was a special weather statement issued. How come there's no watch or advisory or a heat warning issued? Well, a heat advisory, by a National Weather Service standpoint, we have to have the feels-like temperatures between 105 and roughly about 110. So we are not seeing high heat index values. However, though, we are seeing high temperatures that make it feel a lot more than what it is out there. So maybe your car thermometers, I know a lot of those sensors in there kind of get a little over exaggerated because they don't know exactly how hot the indoor or sometimes the outdoor temperature is, because it's all based upon where that sun is beaming at. But I remember we talked about this a few days ago. I'm going to step out as you can kind of look over this. These are just some few more safety tips. I'm not going to reiterate these again, just once, because, you know, it's, you know, common sense. You know, please don't leave nobody in a hot car. Again, we stress this enough. Look before you lock. There's a lot of that information provided there for you. You know, if the temperatures are in the mid 90s, that is around about estimate of how long and how hot the inside of a car can get. And like you said, 109 is just too hot. 100 degrees is even too hot for being in a vehicle as it is. And remember, you know, 7-second rule, a lot of times we want to take our pets out. That's totally okay. Preferably in the grass, because you see there, shaded grass, I would rather walk on 90-degree grass than 125-degree heat concrete if I had my choice. That's just me personally. So keep a close eye on your paws, on your pets particularly, and make sure when you're out and about that you are having a form of a canteen or a backpack or something with you when you're walking trails. Or, you know, better yet, if you're walking trails, hopefully it's a short-lived walk and you're not having to be out there for an extensive amount of time, because it is just way too hot to be out there. So other than that, like I said, there will be an article with all this coming up a little bit later on this week. Let's talk about our dew points here, because it's just awful, oppressively humid out there, and we are going to remain tropical for the next day or two as our amount of moisture is compatibly pretty high. Our moisture content is running really above normal, because we have a lot of moisture available to contend with. And that's why our dew points by the end of the week are going to go from this tropical feeling, we're going to feel dry to comfortable by the time we get towards the weekend, because we have a high pressure that is going to be shifted across. We have a stationary front that's kind of the stall right now at the moment across much of the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Appalachia Spine here in the southwestern part of or southeastern part of Virginia, or southeastern United States. And of course, the western part of Virginia, there's that front is just stalled right there. And what ended up happening with that stalled front, a lot of times we get the rain that comes with it. However, how much rain comes with it is the amount of how much severity with these storms that are produced. So just keep in mind that, you know, each and every afternoon we can expect a daily thunderstorm. So if you did see rain today, if you haven't seen any rain yet, just be mindful that we could see, you know, a quick downpour or two, and then it kind of quickly removes itself. But again, tropical, we're going to be seeing here for the next couple of days. And then again, our dew points will get down in the 30s and 40s as you make your way towards the weekend. That means dry air will be in place. So much needed, as we have been very warm and feeling like the Gulf of Mexico for the last couple of days, as we've been anticipating this to come. For the rest of the afternoon, like I said, and going in tonight, just keep in mind that stray shower is possible. Your lows are going to be staying in the mid 70s and upper 60s to low 70s. Again, stray storm is possible. So if you don't see any rain, you may kind of have to water your gardens over the next couple of days, because I know a lot of that's now a lot of our spring and early summer flowers are in the making. So if you have any planting you've been doing, just keep in mind that it's going to remain quite dry over the next day or two. Yes, there's a chance of a stray storm possible, but does that mean you're going to get a nice thunderstorm? You may not. You may be hot and dry and not get anything for our rest of the week. So just keep that in mind. But again, tomorrow, as you are making your way out and about, we have lots of 90s here on the forecast for everybody as you're making your plans. Do know that it is going to be hot. That caution symbol is out here to remind you that, yes, the humidity and the high heat is why we're continuing to deal with that too. Yes, we have a stray shower possible. I keep emphasizing that because I'm going to let you know, not everybody's going to get wet. It's just going to be a pop and go scenario. This is the theme for the summer. We all know this by now. Once you get the high heat and the humidity, these warm temperatures are going to fuel the atmosphere for some firing and afternoon thunderstorms. So a lot of times when these storms come through, the main concern is why that caution symbol is a weather awareness week. Let's kind of put it as simple. It's been a weather awareness week. Not every day is a weather awareness day. The whole week's been like that because of the high temperatures and those daily chance of storms. Any storm and chancing of those that do develop is gusty winds, some hail could be embedded with it, and then the heavy rain that could create flash flooding. So that is why we continue to emphasize a cautionary outlook over the next this week pretty much, and you kind of can see it here on our map. It's showing you, much of the East Coast is seeing a lot of that chance of severe weather moving up towards the severe weather threat's going to remain outside of our area of a level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. Kind of say that here. A lot of times it's very rare we'll get a 4 or 5 on the scale. Over the last couple of days, our friends out towards Ohio and again the central South states have seen a lot of severe weather that has moved in and brought several tornado warned storms from Ohio, Illinois, parts of even northwestern West Virginia saw some of that severe weather, and our friends outside the eastern part of the state saw some of that severe weather too. So again, a level 1 out of 5 for our marginal risk of severe weather, and that'll be the same story as you make your way towards Friday. All right, enough of my time here with you. I hope you continue to stay cool. By the weekend, you can turn that AC off because it'll be feeling much comfortable. Overnight lows are going to be in the mid-50s, so a little crisp, cool air is in the making for our Father's Day and, of course, Juneteenth. It is now the second year that the state of Virginia will be observing that holiday. So if you have any other things you're going to be doing, observing Father's Day and Juneteenth on the same day this year, do know that it's going to be cool. It's going to be sunny. Won't be as hot as you're making those activities and scheduled events. So other than that, just continue to remain weather aware, stay hydrated, and look before you lock because, like we said, this is that time of year now where we're feeling more like the Gulf Coast. As you know, down here, this is typical for them. Where we get these extensive heat waves is kind of now becoming the normal for us as, our Earth is warming up ever so much every year, and the degree Celsius is at a high point too. So we have a lot to worry about globally, but locally, we're going to take a quick commercial break and thank some of our sponsors who makes this newscast possible. Take care, everybody. I'll catch you Thursday. We'll talk about the weekend forecast as well.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.